Legal options when considering weapons for personal safety. Hello, my name is Amy S.P. Wilson. I am the CEO/founder of Safety Positive Foundation. And as I mentioned, we are discussing legal options for when considering personal safety or for, weapons as personal safety options. And this topic is one I had to educate myself on. There's one option that we're really kind of focusing in on because it covers a lot of different things. It kind of blankets everything. So whether you're wanting to use pepper spray, a stun gun, firearms, this is the what Safety Positive is recommending that you look into for your legal options to protect yourself when and if you ever have to use your personal safety tool device to protect yourself in this crazy times that we are living in. And this option is U.S. Law Shield. They will represent you if and when that time comes. So let's say you're in an altercation, the police are called, you can call them, and they've got your back. Now the thing is, you just like medical insurance, you've got to be paying for them in advance. You can't call them once the incidents happen. So whether you are choosing to use, the pepper spray, the taser, firearm, whatever the case might be, you want to go ahead and call them, and they will discuss the policy. I'm not quite sure exactly what they call it. I'm going to guess it's a policy, but they will discuss your options with you at that time, and then they will base how much you're paying per month off of that. So one of our team members here at Safety Positive uses them, highly recommends them, and so that's again one of the reasons that we recommend them, because we got good reviews, and we looked up the reviews. We strongly recommend them. And so, and the fact that they cover all of it, it's not like we kind of looked at some other options. Some of them are specifically for firearms. We like the option that they do cover everything as far as that goes. So, if you are thinking of, using a personal safety tool device, when you're out in the world, make sure that you are legally protected if and when that does happen. Because if you are not legally protected, then it kind of leaves you hanging out there, and you've got to get an attorney, do things to make sure that you're protecting yourself and sort of that stuff. These attorneys, they know specific about self-defense when using personal safety devices. This is their wheelhouse. This is what they do day in, day out. I feel like that's a very beautiful thing. I don't know about you, but I feel like that's a really beautiful thing as far as that goes. So, and we're in crazy times. So, again, think about it from that angle. Now, when you're also thinking about legal and personal safety tools and devices, or just other types of legal, knowing the law when it comes to self-defense and protecting yourself, every state, county, city, it's all different. That was one of the other things that our person who was in law enforcement really kind of drove home to us was that you know, should, you know, if you have questions, talk to your person, you know, go to your local, you know, city, county, wherever you live. The other thing is sometimes your county sheriff, your city sheriff, different people will have different agendas. They'll have different things that they are pushing for, and so be mindful of that. There's essentially different agendas that they want to push. And so, you know, if you've got a certain tool or device that they're like really pushing after, it's probably not a tool or device that you're going to be wanting to use. You might want to use something else. There are tons of different options for personal safety devices or tools. We also even discussed how there are tools and devices that are not even considered to be tools or devices as far as that goes. So again, talk to your you know, whether it's your city, county, highway patrolman, whatever the case might be, but you can ask them questions. Call the non-emergency line. They can talk to you. They're happy to do so. They want people educated. Not knowing the law is not an excuse, really. You can't kind of just do the, well, I didn't know, so that should be my excuse. That doesn't really fly with them. You've got to be educated, especially when it comes to using personal safety tools and devices. It's very, very important. Cannot stress that enough. And if you have the the U.S. Law Shield, that particular company is great because if you're paying for them, you can call them at any time and go, hey, I got this question. You know, they know where you live. It's their job to do the research for you, so you can call them with those kinds of questions and get those answers to your questions. So it's a win-win. It's a beautiful thing as far as that goes. But those are some of the answers to those legal questions. It really gets into a minutia, a rabbit hole, I guess would be probably a quicker word for it, because you know, depending on where you live, and depending on, like I said, who's you know, the sheriff, or who's the lawmakers, it can be a whirlwind of different laws that are going on. Some of the laws have been on the books for so long that they're out of date and probably need to be looked at, but they're still there and they're still being enforced. So the number one thing is do your research, ask questions, and protect yourself. Education is the number one thing when it comes to legal and just knowing your rights, when it comes to protecting yourself, when it comes to wanting to use weapons or thinking about using weapons, no matter what it is. Again, if we're talking about pepper spray, a Kuberton, even something that may not even look like a personal safety device, stun guns, all the way up to firearms. That's I feel like that's the big daddy of what people would consider as a personal safety device or tool would be a firearm. But there's so many different options out there. Know what your choices are when it comes to those devices and tools, and know what your legal rights are on top of it. Very, 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 very important. And just be educated. And I could probably spend the next 5 minutes just kind of beating that horse. of be educated, be smart, ask questions. But I think that pretty much covers it. And if you have questions, if you need us to help point you in the right direction, please reach out to us. This is what we want to do. We want to help you. We want to, support you in your personal safety journey. So, as always, keep it safe, keep it positive, keep it safety positive, and we'll see you next time.